Welcome back to another video. If it looks like I'm wearing the same clothes as last one, it is because I'm wearing the same clothes. Because it's the same day. So I'm now at Antoine's place with him, and we're going to be throwing a couple little mods on the Cruze. I picked these up yesterday. We went on a we went on a little like 2-hour road trip to Tucson to buy these. So I have a catless downpipe, a intake manifold spacer. There's a little O2 defouler thingy, boost gauge, throttle body spacer. We're not
show it off.
Yeah. Bad News Racing, BNR. You already know. Probably the best in the game when it comes to these Cruzes, up there with ZZP. We're not doing the intake manifold spacer, and I don't know if we're going to be doing the high performance recirc valve. That just goes right there. It's essentially a blow off valve. Just because I believe this makes it make like blow off valve sounds. And I don't want that yet when I don't have an intake, because then it's just going to be dead silence and then a randomly loud blow-off sound. So I was like, yeah, I'll wait on that one. Actually, no. That's a blow-off valve spacer. Okay, so we might actually do this today.
Okay. This
will just fix any boost leaks, which I'm okay with. And I really want to do this because I think I mentioned in the last video, if I didn't, the wastegates on these like to go bad, and it's one of the biggest troubles with a second-gen Cruze. And they'll struggle to hold more than like 10 to 15 pounds of boost, which is low. So I want to confirm that using the boost gauge. So I'm going to be working on this. I think I'm going to have Antoine work on the downpipe. All right, so working on the Cruze, I'm working on getting the boost gauge installed. Haven't shown much. I really took the engine cover off. And then there's a small 10 mil bolt that goes down here. It's really hard to show, but it's very, very easy to find. Trying to see if I can get it's a little dark down there. But that just gets the intercooler pipe. And then you're gonna take a flathead. This uses a little snap ring to hold in place, or whatever you wanna call it. All you got to do is pull it back and go until it reaches the stopper. Right there. It'll pull out this far. Don't pull any further because you don't want to break this. And then it should just pop right off. Then you just move it out of your way. You don't have to fully uninstall it because you're just getting to those two top bolts. And, come on, those two bottom ones. So you can kind of just wiggle this out of the way a little bit just so you got some space. But yeah, I'm going to get the throttle body off and then get the spacer put in. So after you get your 410s out, your tiny little throttle body can come out. I'm just moving it out of the way because I don't feel like disconnecting it. When all I'm doing is moving it out the way to install this in place, it'll go upside down like that. BNR will face, or no, it'll go right side up like this. BNR will face up because the original seal is still going to be right there on the intake manifold. These are multi-use, and mine still does protrude a decent amount. If it's squished flat, then you're going to want to get a new gasket. But if they're protruding like this one is, then it'll be good. Now, if you're buying a brand new kit, you'll already know this, but in case you're getting one used like I did, you will have some extended hardware. Make sure to use that, because between the spacer and the length of the regular throttle body, the stock bolts will not be long enough. They're also no longer 10 mils. You're going to have an Allen head. So I'm gonna have to find the proper size Allen and then slip all this together. All right, so I got the throttle body bolted back in with the 5 mil Allens. The only reason I'm not gonna put this back on is because I'm running the boost gauge. So I'm gonna need to get my hand back in here to get it onto that little port right there. But Antoine is gonna get started on the downpipe now that I'm not in the way. I'm gonna be inside the car working on routing all of this. All right, so tell me what you're doing, mechanic man.
So we'll see here, there's some bolts you gotta take off. So you gotta take off this one right here and right here. The one over down here, over yonder. And there's this one over here too, you can barely see it. You take off the heat shield and then you have the access of the V-band.
Back behind here.
Back behind here. And then you take off the O2 sensor, and I know there's probably some 2 exhaust bolts down there on the bottom. And then out.
You have an O2 sensor socket, right? Because I really don't want to mess this up.
See, now the junkyard, my shit kept shredding this thing. So I have a big adjustable wrench. It can take it.
All right, we'll be careful while we do it. Also, we'll make sure to unplug it first. That way, it doesn't twist the wire up and break it. Because if I remember correctly, that is a factory wideband sensor, which means it's probably expensive, and I don't want to buy a new one, especially not today.
I'm gonna break it so you don't have problems.
You could buy it then. Anyways, just wanted to give a quick show of what he's going to be doing. We'll be chiming back in. All right, so I'm going to give a quick update on what Antoine is doing. Right now, I got a bunch of the hardware off. It's straightforward. I didn't record it because it's just removing a heat shield. And then I got the upper V-band bolt out. He is working on getting the O2 out. Also, if you want to pull this out, I just didn't undo the bottoms yet. So that's probably why the downpipe can't move out that much. There is a not a heat shield, a bracket down here. It's just sitting down here because right now the lower O2 sensor is still connected to it, but it's just 2 13s here and then 2 13s on this stud. They look like this. They have the built-in washer. And then the downpipe is ready to come off. I'm back inside the car. I have a pod that goes right here. So if you don't have that, you can skip this step, but you need to drill a hole through the vent, feed the hose through, and it'll pop out on the other side. And then after that, I'm gonna have to get underneath here. Ooh, my knees clicked. And it's hard to see, but oh no, it's actually easier on camera. Drill a hole right through here. That'll push, or that'll pop out on the other end, right under the brake, or no, the coolant tank. Now, if you have a manual, you do actually already have something here. This is where the manual clutch rod goes. So this is for like automatics. If you have a manual, I'm sorry, I don't know the best place to route this. But if you look down here long enough, you'll find something. But yeah, drill the hole there and then feed the hose through and it'll pop out just under the coolant tank right here. And then run it back into the throttle body spacer with the NPT bung in it. So I never updated the fucking road trip from yesterday, but what we went to go get was some aftermarket parts. Shut up. Aftermarket parts for the Cruze. One of them, which we're not installing today, is a BNR intake manifold spacer. We are going to be installing this downpipe. I don't know if that one's BNR or not. Woo! And then I'm currently in the middle of installing a boost gauge, which we got this nice pillar pod right here. So yeah, getting a couple decent things for the Cruze. I'm hoping this downpipe makes a little bit more noise at the exhaust, even though it's the factory exhaust system for now. I will be changing all that out in the future. All right, so we got the stock downpipe out. It wasn't too difficult, except this stud decided it wanted to strip. So whatever. Everything else though came out pretty easily, and look at that transition. That cannot be good for flow. And then you got the big old catalytic converter compared to this smooth, Anton wiped it down so I don't want to get dirty, smooth S-curve. That's where the gains are going to happen, right there.
That is horrible.
Yeah, I've never seen one. Like, it's literally, it's sharper than a 90-degree turn in there. Like, it just goes,
What's sharper than a 90, bro?
100, was that 120-degree turn? Woo. So, because you got gloves on and the towels and all that, I'm going to let you place that back. The bolt for that, yeah, the bolt for that is going to be this one right here, because I remember I took that off, not you. So I'll just get this started a couple threads. I actually wasn't supposed to get my hands dirty. I just went inside to wash them so I can go back to installing my gauge.
Oh, damn, dude.
Look how much space there is now.
I love V-bands, bro.
There's so... Oh, fuck, hold on. We forgot to put the V-band on first. But like the way... Hold on, make sure that gasket's still sitting in here. Yeah, it is. So, for anyone wondering, on your turbo, on pretty modern turbo cars, there's a little gasket on the V-band. On my Dart, personally, I've been able to run the car without that gasket because I forgot to put it in. And I didn't get any issues from it, but, you know, your mileage may vary. I believe it goes this way. And this tab right here on the top should line up with the tab on the turbo.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
Oh, yeah, no, it'll sit... How this standoff is, this little tab on the top of the V-band will sit right here up against that. We'll show you once it's installed too, but just want to make sure it be detailed a little bit so people doing this at home know what they're doing and realize this isn't difficult.
Let me know.
Let me know. All right, we'll get back to y'all when this is installed. All right, we're done with all the work. I'm gonna get first start. I think it's just gonna sound stock low-key. don't know, it makes decent, like, slight bit more noise.
Did you ever put the blow-off switch thing on there?
No, I didn't do that yet. I decided I'll just do it when I get the intake, because like I didn't feel like taking the whole intake apart.
No,
you can't open the door, idiot. It's locked.
I was gonna rev it. I'll rev it for you.
You gotta stand closer. Hit the button.
Idiot.
There you go. Now open it. Boy, button and then door. There you go. Not at the same time. Wait for the door to unlock. Oh, let's see that boost gauge. She reading vacuum? It is indeed. It is indeed. Hold on. Oh, start the car. Start the car. It's not actually on. I'm surprised to let you rev it.
The question is, I wonder if I can just take off it without the key. Just imagine.
It'll tell you no key detected.
You can hear it
yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah. It's still extremely quiet. Oh, it got little burbles.
You can hear the whistle kind of.
It sounds slightly more sporty, but it's still very stock sounding. No, it doesn't. It's not a blow-off valve.
Oh, the inverter valve? Well, they haven't got the inverter valve, right?
No, so it's just to help it hold boost. It won't actually add any more sound.
Hey, let it hold boost.
Hold boost. We'll see if the boost is tapering first.
Well, currently you're making 0 pounds boost.
Well, because it's in fucking park.
Oh, you can put us in, let them know that it's working.
Yeah, let's see.
It's like instant.
Huh.
That's like really like 1-to-1.
Let's take this on a drive real quick. All right, so it's the next day. I wanted to close out the video in the daytime because I did not hook up the lights for the boost gauge. And so it got too dark to see. I'll be getting around to that. It's kind of a pain to run the wiring just because I don't have something to fish the wires through, and my hands are too big to fit past some of the connectors. Sorry, this plane is absolutely screaming. But let's jump in the car. I'll show off the boost gauge real quick. So here we have the boost gauge. If you get one of these pillar pods, no, they don't hold on super tight, but it doesn't cause any issues while driving. It hasn't moved around or popped out even when I hit some heavy bumps. So I kind of like that it comes off pretty easily, because if I ever need to get into here for whatever reason, maybe I add a second gauge to like a pillar pod up here, I can easily tap into wiring here and go around, even though that probably happened down below. But you see, as soon as I fire up the car, we got vacuum showing. Let me turn down the AC. And as soon as you blip throttle, you're immediately seeing 0 vacuum. Now, this does read boost very accurately. I can see every time it spikes, everything like that. So that means the vacuum source off the throttle body spacer is a good source to use. I assumed it would be on this car, but I have seen other vehicles in the past, people saying tapping off of things like that can give inaccurate boost readings, but that hasn't shown up for this. Also, the ZZP O2 spacer kit works good. I have no check engine lights despite having a catless downpipe. And getting into that, it's not really any louder. You do hear more turbo noise, but that's mostly just due to the thinner wall tubing on the downpipe, so you're just hearing the noise up there. But out back at the exhaust tip, it just sounds kind of stock. It makes a little bit more growl, but not enough to be noticeable, so I will probably be doing a muffler delete in the meantime while I save up to buy a full catback, just because I do want some noise. And you do get a fairly decent amount of turbo and whistle sounds up front because of the thinner tubing, but not enough to where I'm not going to buy an intake. I understand they're useless, whatever. I want boost sounds, and I'm going to get it with a muffler delete and an intake in the future. But I highly recommend this install. It's very clean. It's very easy with the throttle body spacer. The car feels like it makes a little bit more torque at like partial throttle and all of that. But as soon as you go wide open, it seems like the ECU very quickly catches on to the fact that it's making more power than it should. Obviously, it has torque limiters, and it just cuts back power. So it's kind of useless in that aspect without a tune. But I knew that going into it, that this would be in mods, like the downpipe mostly. I don't know if the throttle body spacer does anything but add vacuum ports. But even if it does help, those wouldn't be mods that add anything until the car is tuned to accommodate it. But if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, like, do whatever, engage. If you didn't, tell me why. I can try to change or alter my videos in the future to make them more entertaining. I will catch you guys in the next video, which again will be on the Cruze. Peace out. Have a good day.